Guy-sensei, once again, I thank you for treating me to Ichiraku Ramen today.
Of course, Lee. You did an exceptional job during that last mission, so it's the least I can do. It's just a shame that Ichiraku's raised their prices yet again. You're telling me it's 3,000 Ryo for a damn bowl of noodles? Those bastards.
Well, the cost of everything is going up, Guy-sensei. After all, we have a Hokage who's running our village into the ground.
Into the ground? I wouldn't go that far. It's simply another downturn.
Haven't you seen our chakra prices skyrocket recently? Ever since Lady Tsunade ordered a blockade of the Strait of Hanzo, everyone has had to raise prices in order to account for higher energy costs.
There's no need to worry. Short-term pain for long-term gain. It's all part of Lady Tsunade's plan to negotiate with the Hidden Rain and destabilize the Akatsuki.
Guy-sensei, we're at war with the Hidden Rain Village!
We are not at war with the Rain Village. Lady Tsunade simply launched preemptive strikes on the head of the Akatsuki.
You say that, yet it's been weeks of these so-called decapitation strikes and with no success whatsoever.
Well, you see...
The Hokage posted a photo of herself as a sage of 6 paths online.
Oh, come on! Have a sense of humor, Lee!
Guy-sensei, do you actually support Lady Tsunade's war against the Hidden Rain Village?
I am a Hidden Leaf Shinobi, of course I would. After all, the Hidden Rain has been a long-time enemy of Konoha.
You mean a long-time enemy of the Hidden Sand Village?
The Hidden Sand had no involvement in Lady Tsunade's decision to strike the Akatsuki's headquarters.
The Akatsuki had recently kidnapped and even killed Gaara, the Kazekage.
That's right, and he survived.
And that means the Hidden Sand has every motive to destroy the Hidden Rain Village, and they're once again using Konoha as a means to that end.
We both have a common goal, Lee, and that is to destroy the Akatsuki. They're a danger to all of us. Haven't you seen those Akatsuki beheading videos? They're terrible.
You say this is just to destroy the Akatsuki, yet there's video documentation of Leaf and Sand Shinobi using paper bombs on Radiant civilians.
Lee, don't you remember? They've been chanting death to Konoha for decades.
That's our excuse for spending millions of Ryo and get another forever war in the Land of Rain?
It's unfortunate, but that's because the Hidden Rain cannot be allowed to develop a tailed beast weapon.
A tailed beast weapon? But they need the Nine Tails in order to achieve that.
And there was evidence that rose suggesting the Hidden Rain had reached 60% QB enrichment. Even without the Nine Tails, it was likely they would have developed a weapon capable of striking Konoha.
And who said that?
The Kazekage.
Exactly!
Lee, you should understand as a Leaf nationalist that this conflict is in Konoha's best interests.
Guy-sensei, it is true that I am Konoha first, but that's exactly why I believe our war with the Rain is a mistake. While our costs at home go up and our local infrastructure crumbles, we send billions of Ryo and sage forbid our shinobi across the world to fight in some unknown land, and all at the beck and call of another village.
But Lee, Kazekage Gaara saved your life. Surely you'll understand that.
Gaara did save my life, but he sold his soul to a certain group of people.
Don't tell me you're...
I'm gonna use it, Guy-sensei.
No.
First gate of fact-checking! Open!
Is he really about a red pill guy? I need the Sharingan to fact-check him.
Third gate of pro-life! Open!
Lee! You can't!
Fifth gate of crime statistics! Open! Are you really going to do it, Lee? Ninth gate of noticing! Release! The Senju, Guy-sensei! The Kazekage is working with the Senju! Think of how many times the Rain Village has been the battleground for the Senju's endless wars!
That's because they happen to be between the Land of Fire and the... Land of Wind.
Exactly! Do you really think the Senju clan doesn't profit from these wars at the Rainian people's expense? How many Hidden Rain children have been made refugees for the sake of enriching the Konoha elite? I wouldn't be surprised if the Akatsuki terrorists were comprised of said refugees.
The Senju clan isn't as wealthy as you think, Lee. I know plenty of Senju who are regular shinobi such as you and I.
Oh really, Guy-sensei? How come despite being 0.2% of Konoha's population, the Senju clan makes up 25% of Konoha's billionaires?
That's,
You really think Lady Tsunade had all of that money to gamble for no reason whatsoever? It's likely that she was an Anbu asset used to blackmail high-ranking officials of other lands. After all, she was close companions with Orochimaru.
And so what?
So what? Guy-sensei! There is a genocide happening
No! They have food and water! They said so on SSN!
The Senju are planning to completely demolish the land of rain. They want to build hotels, hot springs, McDonald's on the heritage sites of their people. The people of the rain will be forced to use virtual currency as a means to simply live.
You mean that kunai coin I've been hearing about? This doesn't make sense.
Guy Sensei, or should I say Goi Sensei.
Goi?
This has been happening for longer than we have expected.
How long exactly?
Forbidden jutsu, hidden statistics. Guy Sensei, look up Hashirama 90%.
90%? Fine, let me just, huh? Oh.
Do you see it now, Guy Sensei? Operation Rain Striker, roughly 90% of the targets of Senju Hashirama's wood clones were not the intended targets. They were civilians, Guy Sensei. Remember what they did to the USS Rasengan. Remember how the Senju were dancing after the Konoha crush.
Even with the Sharingan, I can't see any misinformation. It seems Lee really has been noticing. So what? What's exactly your plan to fix all of this? Are you suggesting something like, what, a coup? A rebellion? If the corruption is as deep as you say, then what would you even do, Lee?
Guy Sensei, as a lone shinobi, I know I'm not capable of much, but I have a plan. I wish to red pill roughly 10,000 genin, and for them to keep a low profile. And as they grow stronger, accumulate stronger jutsu, and rise through the shinobi ranks, they'll eventually be the ones that take power. And once that happens, the endless wars will no longer be endless. And we will be able to put our village first. We will be able to save Konoha. What about you, Neji? Nothing ever happens.
Alright, let me just get this out of the way. This video does not reflect my personal beliefs whatsoever. Any references to real life are purely coincidental and not intended. Anyways, if you like the video, thank you so much for watching till the very end. I really appreciate it. If you want more, just click the buttons because you get more content. Doesn't that sound like a good deal to me? That sounds like a good deal to me. Anyways, see you next time. Bye.